Today's video, we're going to change a receptacle. Okay, in today's video, we're going to change a receptacle, and I've got a voltage tester here. I'm going to go downstairs and flip breakers and ensure that I don't have any power. After I've ensured that my power is off, we'll come back. Okay, so we flipped the breakers, we figured out which breaker it was, and now our power is off. So now let's get to changing the receptacle. Okay, now that we got the power turned off and we checked it with our voltage pen, we're going to double check it with the electrical meter. So we're going to check it here, no power, here, and here, no power. All right, we are good to go. I bought a contractor's pack of 10. They're cheaper that way. Don't need 10 plugs for this particular room. It's only 4 in here, but I know I'll use them in the future, upgrading the rest of the house. So we take the screws out that hold the receptacle to the box. And if you're ever wondering how to change a light switch, I did a previous video on changing a light switch. So I'll leave a link to the description, or leave a link to that video in the card up above here and down in the description. Also, I'll leave links in the description as to where you can get that voltage pen and the meter I used in this video and this Lennox screwdriver. Alright, so pull that out. Okay. Alright, and you'll notice that there's, you can see there's 2 blacks on this side and there's 2 whites on this side. On a receptacle, you'll notice that there's brass on one side and chrome on the other side. So the black goes on the brass and the white goes on the chrome. An easy way to remember that is black on brass to save your, you got it. Okay, so we're gonna put the, we're gonna take them off of there. We're just gonna transfer them to this. This isn't the easiest thing to do when it's so tight. Taking off loosening those screws for the neutral wires, and there's a ground on this side too. It's hard to see. I'll show it to you on the other receptacle. Okay, disconnect that ground. Disconnect these whites, and those are in there good. There's one. What I'm going to do is take these all the way out, just to make life a little easier. Sometimes you might find that the previous installer installed them in the back of the switch. If that's the case, you have to push the plunger back to pull the wires out. I don't recommend that you use those. Those tend to come loose after a while, so just use the connectors right here. All right. Oh, here's the ground wire. Okay, so let's connect I'm going to put both black wires in there before I tighten it down. Oh boy. Come on. There we go. Switch this back to Phillips. Give them a nice good snug down so they don't come loose. All right, rotate the receptacle a little bit so you can access this side. There, snapped it. Like I said, this is not the easiest thing to do. This is a 12 gauge wire and it's pretty stiff. All right, putting on the ground, then we'll reinstall it. And then we're going to talk about some practices that you ought to keep in mind. So you notice that all of these wires had a hook or a curlicue twisted in the end. So what you do is you take needle nose pliers, grab it, and then you twist it and you curl the end. What you want to do, best practices, when this screw is tightening in a clockwise manner, you typically want that curve of that wire to go with the direction that you tighten it down. If you've noticed, when I was putting this in, that was actually pushing or going against the rotation of tightening that screw down. I was aware of that, but I made sure that I was good and tight. So you just want to make sure, if you can, to get that curve of that wire to go around the wire in the direction that it's going to tighten down. All right, so now we're going to push it back in. Try to get pushed back in the best you can before you start screwing it in there. Oh. Phillips. Don't tighten it down all the way yet. We want to ensure that the receptacle is level, so when we put the cover on, it doesn't look crooked. Now you can use a drill motor screw gun for this too. Alright, so what I'm doing is just looking at it to make sure it's level and then cinch it down. Alright, there it is. Now, if you happen to have a box or a hole that's really big, you can get an oversized plate. These are standard size. And it comes with a little screw. All right, so there you go. That's how you replace a receptacle. Not too awfully hard, not too difficult. Hopefully you got some good value out of this video. If you did, click the like button down below. Go ahead and click subscribe because we do lots of DIY videos just like this one. and click the little bell notification, and then you'll get a notification every time that we upload a new video. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.